Alpha 13, where are you? It's been 5 friggin' months now. Alpha 13, where are you? I've got some videos to make now. Come on, fun pimps, I see you. Working so hard, it's sublime. A thought comes to me as I wait. Leave some for the alpha next time. You know we've got to build a base to live, so zombies get ready for your act. Don't hold back, 'cause zombie, when you mess with me, you're gonna catch yourself a nasty crack. That's a fact! Alpha 13, where are you? I'm ready and I'm willing. Bring the zombies out, point 'em my way. Let me get to killing.
Hey guys, this is KJ48 and welcome to my update video for 7 Days to Die Alpha 13. This is going to be episode 2. I just wanted to let you guys know I will not be covering everything new in Alpha 13 as that would just take too long. I'm just going to be looking at some of the things I find interesting. Links will be in the description of where I find my info, and you can find even more info on Alpha 13 there. And just a little heads up, Joel, aka Madmall, actually did a preview video, part 3 for Alpha 13, and he basically played the game for 40 minutes. So I'm going to leave that link in the description. Make sure you go watch the video. Alright, you guys had some comments on my last video, and I'm going to read some of these off to start this conversation. Tinfoil Chief said, how about crouching through one block space? Will that be returning? I haven't heard the Fun Pimp say anything about crouching through one block spaces. I don't think that's ever coming back. Kitty Reef said, Cage, you touch on the chickens and feathers. Basically what I said last video was I never thought that getting feathers was that big of a deal. But they said that I believe the issue will become more apparent in Alpha 13 as you no longer get 5 arrows per feather. You only get 1 arrow per feather. So that's a good point. So that's basically a nerf by 5, instead of getting 5 arrows for 1 feather, you're only getting 1 per 1 feather. So yeah, the chickens are going to come in a lot more handy at that point. Doc Railgun said, I'll probably keep watching 7 Days to Die videos, but these changes, especially the heat/cold stuff, make me not want to play the game anymore. Madmole wants this to be a hardcore survival game, but that's a mistake. There are lots of those out there. 7 Days to Die fits in a better niche of a balance between building and zombie fighting. And my response to him, Doc Railgun, is why can't it be both? Why can't it be all things? I think that the action and the building in 7 Days to Die is better than any other game out there today. And if they can put in the heat and the cold system, and maybe, you have to protect yourself from the elements, the rain, the heat, stuff like that, why not? Because it adds immersion to the game. It really does. It brings me into the game in a way that I haven't been brought into 7 Days to Die in quite a while. I remember playing Rust a few months ago, and we were playing on a PvE server, and it was a little bit, boring because there's not much PvE in Rust. But one cool thing is I made my house out of stone, and in Rust, and I put down a fire, and it was pitch dark, and I lit my fire, and my fire was dancing on the walls, and it was dark, and I can hear wolves in the background, and I had to worry about my warmth, I had to worry about my thirst, I had to worry about heat, I had to worry about food, and it was really atmospheric, and it kind of put me into the game. I have no other way of saying it. It basically just puts me into the game. And 7 Days to Die has the zombie fighting action, and it has the building in spades. Why not add the real survival stuff into it, like the hardcore survival stuff? They could do it right. I think it'd be pretty cool. Samaritan. By the way, I'm terrible at names. I apologize. What do you think about the new water system? Yeah, I didn't mention the new water system last episode. Yeah, the water runs, will flow more evenly now, and they're working with the water. I don't play with water. I don't do anything with water, but it is going to be nice that the water will actually flow. Akari Enderwolf said, I have to say this about removing the hunger and thirst from the UI. No thanks. I like knowing exactly how much I have, even if it's full. Yeah, so basically, he doesn't like that they're removing the hunger bar and the thirst meter from the screen. I can't tell you're wrong. I mean, that's I kind of think that should be an option. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, a lot of people feel the way you do. It's not a big deal for me. But yeah, I just hope you guys get used to it. It's not so much of a problem for you. GZ Gazette says chickens suck. I mean, the idea sucks. Such domesticated, vulnerable creatures won't survive long in the zombie apocalypse. And all I responded to him was, chickens are fast and afraid of humans. They will be okay in the zombie apocalypse. Yeah, I mean, speed And, I mean, they're 10 times faster than humans, and we can get away from zombies. I don't see a chicken really having that much trouble. And chickens are afraid of humans. Like, have you ever walked up to a chicken in real life? They run away. So, I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. Nick Young said, the one thing that these balances with these changes implemented is the winter biome. Okay, so he goes on about the winter biome. And, man, you are right on the money, bro. Like, I've had so many people tell me to live in the winter biome, and the reason I don't is because what's the freaking point? What's the benefit? There's nothing interesting there. The zombies are harder. You know, it's going to get even worse now because when they... Now, I don't know how much of the cold heat system they're going to be implementing in Alpha 13. I don't think it's going to be complete, but I don't know. I could be wrong. But eventually, going into the snow biome is going to be a bitch in this game. You're going to need lots of clothing. If you don't have the clothing, you're going to freeze to death. The zombies are harder. I personally don't like living in snow, and there's nothing there that I'm aware of that is... The zombies don't drop better loot. The loot's not better. You need to give us incentive. Like, I do a Let's Play for Ark, and I just am now getting to the snow biome in Ark, and that has benefits. There's really cool stuff up there. I'm looking for dire wolves. I'm looking for mammoths. And that gives me a reason to go to the snow biome. And the risk is there, and the reward is there. And it all works out really nice in a balance. 7 Days to Die doesn't have that yet. But I think the Fun Pimps are aware of it. And I would expect to see the snow biome get something special in the future. All right, D-Gord says, sounds like some Rust developers got hired on 7 Days to Die. They're copying Rust features. Bad decision! ! Rust faded along with the zombies they removed early. 7 Days to Die will die like Rust if they follow Rust's lead. First of all, Rust isn't dead. Rust is a much more healthier game than 7 Days to Die right now. It always has been. But it's dead for us because that's not what we're into. But here's the thing, and I kind of agree with you. I don't want them to take too much from Rust. But it's from my point of view, it seems like they're copying the good parts of Rust. I mean, let's face it, the shittiest part of Rust is that there's no PvE. I mean, it's like from my point of view, Rust is kind of like... Their PvP in Rust is kind of not very fun. A lot of the time you get your stuff stolen when you're not even on the server. You're not around. People just come in when you're not around and take your stuff, blow up your walls, take your stuff. You know, and a lot of the times in Rust, you're just getting killed by people with much better gear than you. I don't really like the PvP in Rust that much. If you're going to play Rust PvP, you have to really dedicate yourself to it and put your time in, and then you'll have a lot more fun. But I can't do that because I play a lot of different games. Plus, I just don't find PvP all that fun. Now, the part where Rust is lacking is the PvE. Okay, and once they add PvE, and they are going to add PvE into Rust, or so they say, and when they do, I will be playing Rust, because I'm really looking forward to going back to Rust. But let's face it, the bad part of Rust is the PvP for us. You know, I'm assuming that's why you don't like it. And, you know, that's not really what the Fun Pimps are focusing on here. They're focusing on the good parts of Rust, the way the harvesting works, which I love. I think it's great. I have no problem with the way the harvesting works. I have no problem with them taking the good points of Rust. And so far, I've only been seeing them take the good points of Rust. Just my opinion. All right, Peter Sonder. It seems like the clock has been removed. Yeah, they removed the clock from the game. Not from the game completely. You can go into the map menu, and it shows not only the clock, but the temperature and stuff like that, which is really cool. And I really like that. So they haven't removed it totally from the game. They just removed it from the UI, which is not really a big deal for me. Although it would be cool if you get like a watch or something. Maybe find a watch, and maybe the time could go back up there. That'd be pretty sweet. All right, so that was all the comments I got, and I'm going to go over some of the... Now, again, Madmole did a 40-minute video, and I suggest if you are interested in Alpha 13, you go watch that video. I expect the alpha to come out next weekend, but hey, I've been saying that for the past month. Every month I say, oh yeah, it's going to come out next weekend, and it never does. But I think it's going to come out next weekend, so go watch that video. The link is in the description. I'm going to go over some of the points of the video right now. Okay, sorry, I just need a drink. Okay, multiple waypoints. Oh my god. It's so cool. Like, you can have multiple waypoints on the map, you can name them, and you can choose icons for your waypoints. Like Madmole had like a little poppin' pills, so he chose the waypoint that has like a city building, and he put it on the poppin' pills, and he named the waypoint Poppin' Pills. Oh, so good, so good. I've been waiting for that forever. All right, so what else we got here? You can stun the zombies. The stunning of the zombies, I'm a little bit iffy about. I don't know how much you can stun them, but it seemed like every time Madmole hit a zombie, they were either stunned or they reacted. Like they would fall back and grab their leg or their arm or something, and he was getting in a lot of hits that you wouldn't be able to get in right now because the zombies didn't really react like that at this point. I have no problem with that because I feel like the game's going to get difficult in a lot of ways, and I don't have a problem with him throwing us a bone with the whole stun mechanic. Also, if you hit a zombie when they're stunned, you get stunned bonuses, 2 and 3 times the amount of damage. So you can like hit a zombie and like maybe with an arrow, and if he gets stunned, you can run in there with your melee weapon and finish him off 3 times damage. He goes down. It's really, really good. Stun feature looks pretty cool. He also dropped some hints about how the biomes would work as pertains to temperature. He said desert biomes would be the hottest, followed by plains, which would still be warm. Forest is pretty much the middle ground of where you can live. And I'm assuming going the other way, obviously the snow biome would be the coldest. I wonder if he's going to put a biome. You know, they should really add another biome in there between the forest and the snow biome, because right now it goes from hot to coldest. Desert, plains, forest, snow, and it seems like there's one missing in there. Like you have desert and plains, which is hot, forest, which is temperate, and then snow, which is cold. There should be another cold one in there somewhere. I always thought plains would be cold. I didn't think plains would be hot, but I don't know. Madmole did get infected when he was playing, and he found some honey, and honey now cures infection. Oh my god, that's so cool. Madmole got some honey in the video, but he also said that that's kind of strange because they're uncommon, so don't expect to see a lot of honey. At least not until you start killing hornets. Alright, now the biggest thing, the leveling system. Oh my god, the leveling system looks sick. Okay? You get levels by using items like we talked about last time, but you also get points per level to spend in skills. Now, I don't know how many points you get per level to spend in skills, and I expect a lot of this stuff will be balanced in the upcoming months. But yeah, you get points per level, and the cool thing is you can use those points to put into skills that you didn't actually use to kind of balance yourself out a little bit. Like, let's say you're doing a lot of melee combat with your blunt weapon, you're doing a lot of combat, and you're shooting stuff with arrows, but you want to make better armor. Okay, like let's say it's nighttime and now you want to make better armor. Let's say you leveled up a couple times, you have some points. You could put those points into your armor skill to level your armor skill without actually making armor. It's freaking genius. And from what I saw on the video, it seemed to be the points spent would be determined on the level that the skill is at. And so if you had a skill that was like you were level 5 of 100, it would cost 5 points to go to the next level. If you were like 25 of 100, it would take 25 points to go to the next level. That's kind of what I saw. I expect a lot of this stuff to get balanced though, and a lot of this stuff is going to change, but I just love what they're doing with the skill system. And Madmole quote of the week is... he was talking about some. He was talking on the forums about this. Here are some more screens from the testing tonight. I've been having a blast playing Alpha 13, and we have transparency in the GUI now as an option. Now I didn't see anyone bring this up anywhere I looked, but we have transparency in the GUI now as an option. Now, am I reading that right? Does that mean we can turn it on so we can see the hunger and the thirst and the time on the GUI? It sounds like he's making it an option. That's just something to look at. All right, guys, leave me some more comments and stuff. I'm hoping that Alpha 13 comes out next week and there won't be another update video, but if Alpha 13 does not look like it's going to come out next week, I will do another update video, all right? So that's going to be it, and I'll see you guys later.